Hi everyone, it's Jeff here from Avada. In this video, we're going to look at how to use the Avada Lottie Animation Element. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to be notified of all new content. Okay, let's begin. The Lottie Animation Element is a simple element that provides an easy way to add a Lottie animation to your page content in Avada. What is a Lottie, you might ask? Well, basically, a Lottie is a JSON-based animation file format that works on any device and can scale up or down without pixelation. Compared to animated PNGs and GIFs, or GIFs if you prefer, they are small files that will load quickly on your website. Before you can use this element, you need to find your Lottie. Visit lottiefiles.com or creaty.com to view loads of Lotties you can download with both free and premium animations available. Of course, if you're a graphics whiz, you can even make your own. So once you have your Lottie, it's time for the Lottie animation element to play its part. I have the online school pre-built website downloaded here, and I'm going to swap out this static image on 404 error pages with a Lottie animation. So I'll just edit the 404 error content layout section. Okay, so I'll just delete the image element here and add a Lottie animation element instead. We open to the layout elements as we are on a layout section, but I'll just head to the design elements and add the Lottie element. As you can see, it loads with the default Avada animation as a placeholder. The first option is to upload the JSON file. Clicking on the plus button takes us to the media library, where we could go to upload files and upload the JSON file we want to display, but as we can see here, I already have a few in the media library, so I will choose the one I want and insert it. And there's our Lottie animation. Okay, let's go through the options. We can use link URL to link the animation to any URL, and if you add a URL, of course, you then choose whether it opens in a new tab or on the same one. I don't need a URL in this case. Trigger is the next option, and here we can choose how and when the Lottie animates. The default is none, so it just animates upon load, but there are several options here. They are viewport, hover, click, toggle click, scroll, and cursor move. You might use any of these depending on the situation. Viewport is the first one, and when I choose that, I get another option below this called Trigger Offset. This controls precisely when the animation should play in relation to the viewport. You can choose top of element hits bottom of viewport, top of element hits middle of viewport, or bottom of element enters viewport. This would be very useful on a long page of content where the Lottie wasn't in the viewport upon load. Hover and click are pretty self-explanatory, and toggle click means you click for it to start to animate and click again for it to stop. Scroll is the next option. If you choose this, you get a new option called Animation Relative To, with the choices of Animation in Viewport, Entire Page, or Element. If you select Element, you get an Element Selector option. Animation in Viewport means that the scroll is relative to when the animation is in the viewport. Entire Page means it's relative to the length of the entire page. An element will make sure the animation starts as soon as the element with the given selector enters the viewport. Going back to trigger, the last option is cursor move, and this can be horizontal, vertical, or both. So loads of options there for the possible triggers of the Lottie. For this example, I'm just going to leave the trigger on none. The next option is loop, and for this animation I want to leave that on. There's also an option to reverse the animation, which might also be fun in some situations. Playback speed is next, and the default is set to 1, the native speed of the animation. But here you can make it load faster by increasing the number or slower by decreasing it. The next two options are start and end point. With these you can control exactly where in the animation you want it to start and end. By default it starts at 0 and ends at 100, playing the full Lottie. These values are percentages. This Lottie, for example, is 6 seconds long, and so if I set the start point to 75 and leave the end at 100, it will only play the last quarter of the animation, which in this case gives it a jerky motion, which might even work better here as an error animation. Yeah, I like that. And then of course we have element visibility for controlling whether the element displays on all screen sizes, and CSS class and CSS ID options for customizing the element with CSS. Heading to the design tab, we can see there are also a few options here. Max width allows you to control the size of the animation by setting a max width. You can also set the alignment of the animation with the align options, choosing from text flow, left, right, or center. And with margins, you have full control of the margins around the element. The final tab, Extras, allows you to animate the loading of the animation, which might also be fun. I'll try adding a zoom from the top at a speed of 2 seconds, and then we can see how it animates in 2 ways. There are also filter types in the Extras tab for all sorts of color effects if that's your thing. Please check out the How to Use Avada Containers and Column Filter Options video for more information on the filter effects. Okay, that's the Lottie Animation Element. Go wild! And that's it for this video. If you have any questions or need assistance, please create a support ticket and our team will gladly assist you. As always, we want to thank you for choosing Avada.